I was already standing when he said it. Polished table, frosted glass, my name written small on the visitor badge, like it needed to apologize for being there. "Why don't you cut ties with my wife?" he said, smiling like a man who believed titles were armor. My ex-wife didn't look at me. She stared at the skyline the way people do when they've practiced not remembering. I closed my folder slowly. I let the sound travel. I didn't raise my voice. I raised my eyes. We weren't always this clean and cold. Once we were broke together. Once she held my hand while I counted coins at midnight, promising her we'd never beg. I didn't finish middle school. She finished sentences for me. I learned markets. She learned rooms. We built each other brick by brick until the house grew too big for the truth. The betrayal didn't announce itself. It whispered. A calendar moved, a dinner canceled, a password changed, then changed again. She stopped asking what I thought. She started telling me what was decided. I noticed the new suits before I noticed the new man. I noticed the meetings I wasn't invited to, the way she said we when she meant them. I noticed the look she wore when she came home late, relief mixed with rehearsal. The evidence arrived without drama. A message preview lighting up a phone left face down, a familiar nickname, a future tense. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I learned. I learned that control doesn't need volume. It needs patience. The divorce was efficient. She was generous with what she thought was mine. I signed. I smiled. I left with less than I brought in, and more than she could see. He thought he married a crown. He didn't realize crowns are rented. I disappeared in a way that looks like failure to people who can't read balance sheets. I sat in rooms without windows and listened. I placed capital quietly. I spread risk like a map. I made myself boring on purpose. I let them forget me. Then the bank called. They always call when they need certainty. I became certainty. Not a headline, a cornerstone. Not a seat, the floor. 700 million sat in their vaults wearing my silence. It propped up deals. It stabilized ratios. It made ambitious men feel safe enough to be arrogant, which brought us back to the table. "Cut ties," he said again, because men like him repeat themselves when they think authority is volume. I slid a single page across. No theatrics, just ink. "I'm closing my account," I said. My ex-wife turned, then her eyes found the number. She inhaled like someone who finally hears the storm. He laughed once, short. "You think you matter that much?" he said. I let the banker answer. I always let institutions speak when I want truth to hurt. The room shifted. Phones vibrated. A door opened and didn't close. I stood. "I didn't come to argue," I said. "I came to replace." He frowned. "Replace who?" I met his eyes for the first time. "You." Silence has weight when it understands timing. The page he skimmed wasn't a threat, it was a fact. My capital wasn't leaving the ecosystem, it was moving into a vehicle with a new board, a new CEO, an interim effective immediately. His name wasn't on it, mine wasn't either. I don't need my name where power lives. My ex-wife's face did something fragile. She recognized the architecture. She remembered the nights. She knew who had taught her to read rooms. She knew who had taught her to leave quietly. "You can't do this," he said, standing now, the smile gone. "I already did," I said, "yesterday." The banker cleared his throat. Apologies followed like dominoes. Protocol, fiduciary duty, market stability, words men use to dress consequences. He reached for her hand. She didn't take it. When I left, the skyline looked different. Same buildings, new owners. Weeks later, the announcement ran small. A leadership transition, strategic realignment, the kind of language that erases faces. He called me once. I didn't answer. He texted twice. I didn't read. My ex-wife sent a message with no subject. "You didn't have to destroy him." I typed and deleted. Typed and deleted. Then I sent the truth. I didn't destroy him. I removed myself. I don't hate her. I don't love her. I understand her. That's colder. Justice doesn't always wear a gavel. Sometimes it wears a spreadsheet and waits for men to underestimate it. I didn't finish middle school. I finished the lesson. Power isn't loud. It's patient.